afternoon, colleagues. It's good to see you again. Actually, let's have a discussion firstly, maybe first 3 to 4 minutes.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'll make time. I'll finish within my time frame. Who can tell us who's qualified to be an entrepreneur? Or who can be an entrepreneur? Anyone? Yeah? Anyone can be.
Anyone. Yeah.
Actually, I think we have an entrepreneur here. I think Prof earlier on indicated that he used to be in police services, and then he came to start the Center for Crime, and he came to assist for like six months, and then ended up being there for about 16 years. So it just tells you, like, number one, based on experience, you can be an entrepreneur. You can use your experience to start your own business, right? And also based on knowledge, what you've been taught in class or at school, you can monetize your skills to be an entrepreneur. And then another question is, who's qualified to teach entrepreneurship?
Teacher, yes.
Because you have read many books, talks about fake teachers. Are you practicing what you're preaching? Or are you a theorist? Are you a practitioner? So who qualifies to be an entrepreneur? Anyone? Qualified? There's a okay. Who wants to disagree? You know, the beauty about research, you must be able to critique what anyone will say, right? Anyone that has a different view? I might have. I would say that those who are qualified to teach entrepreneurship, yes, professors can.
Yes.
But have you started a business? Are you running a business? It's like going to the doctor, right? Are you qualified to diagnose on my problems? So I would argue there's no right or wrong to say that it's better to be taught or to be someone teaches you that at least, although experience can be your worst enemy because COVID has taught us what used to work might not work now. But this is very important, actually. That's why it is very important that in entrepreneurship, it's more like swimming. So you can't rely only on theory. You can learn how to swim, but when you go to the pool, you might drown. So it's about practicing what you're preaching and also being practical. And it's not only once-off event. Thirdly, anyone here that has an entrepreneurship policy within the universities that you work in? Anyone? Do you have an entrepreneurship policy? In South Africa, there's so many that talk about entrepreneurial university. Arguably, again, universities were built through producing workforce. Someone can critique that. They produce good labor force. But now time has changed. We need more entrepreneurs. Are we producing enough entrepreneurs? That's why I don't even gonna be too much on the presentation, because most folks have taught or have shared with us what does entrepreneurship do for the community. I won't bore you with that stuff. It's about creativity, it's about solving community needs, and also trying to uplift standard of living. Entrepreneurship, universities, as I indicated, that are they producing entrepreneurs? You know that when you read through literature, it tells you that universities are failing entrepreneurs. Today we talk about entrepreneurship, how to make students being ready for new venture creation. How can you teach entrepreneurship education? So what is the solution? I myself, or some of us, when you go to universities, you are there to get your degree. After that, you go and start looking for jobs. But is entrepreneurship about that? Most great entrepreneurs, as we know that they always tell you that education system is failing them or is failing entrepreneurs, so to speak. Then what is the solution? But the beauty about that as well, those entrepreneurs, if they don't have a degree, formal education, they don't want anyone to work in their enterprises if you don't have a formal education. They employ individuals that went to school. So I think one of my colleagues from South Africa told you about paradox earlier on. So anyone who has, you can see my email on the screen, an entrepreneurship policy, I would like to receive that because it's good to compare. From my university, Walter Sisulu University, I'm responsible now. When I got there was no entrepreneurship policy because you disrupt the culture, which is changing the mindset of students. It's not easy because students will tell you, my mom sent me here to get a degree and to get out and work. Then we come. In South Africa, we have over 4 million unemployed graduates. 4 million. So something has to change. So again, when you change the mindset, you have to introduce it bit by bit. The center that I'm running, we do have within our incubation program, have medical doctors who have started their own practice, lawyers who have started their own law firm. So it goes back to what I said, that anyone can be an entrepreneur based on the education that you've obtained, based on the experience. Sometimes you can have a law degree, but you enjoy design or making dresses, something that you enjoy doing based on the skill. I think that's the gospel we need to preach in all our entrepreneurship education in summer. Mm-hmm. So the presentation and my paper will be available, but I think I felt to share this because it is very crucial that you note. And also, of course, you don't need, as I indicated, a college degree, as entrepreneurs needs to be, about practice. And also earlier I shared about tenacity. Standard presentation, as I indicated, I've shared this with you guys. Of course, when do you know that presentation is very simple? I always try to keep things simple. I think we humans like to complicate stuff. Both entrepreneurship intention is very critical in terms of ensuring that, the beauty about always say self-leadership is linked to entrepreneurship because we need certain skills. We call them interpersonal skills, soft skills, entrepreneurial skills, character, being on time, respect, etc. So those are characteristics of an entrepreneur, or to assess if someone is ready. Of course, the concept of entrepreneurial intention readiness also talks about the adopting of new views in terms of also trying to change, or when you see opportunities, as the gentleman saw, in terms of influencing the needs within the society and also solving the problems within your society. The beauty about, maybe we talk about if you're ready or not when it comes to entrepreneurship, is we entrepreneurs, we have to identify problems. I'm from the Eastern Cape province in South Africa, whereby we have a number of challenges. Even when most people, they try to run away to go to big cities like Johannesburg and Cape Town because it's more developed than the rural side. But what they miss is that that's where the opportunities are. That's where I always say, even my university, when I went back there, it's like, what are you doing there? It's like, sometimes it's good to live whereby there's what you call blue sea or red sea, whereby all the geniuses goes to UCT and University of Pretoria. I go back to the rural universities because when you get there, you become a big shot. Same thing with entrepreneurship. You must identify opportunities. You can find that at my university, I'm the top researcher. But if I was at University of Cape Town, 15, come on.
Okay.
Come on.
No.
Okay, right. Okay. So entrepreneurship education, colleagues, as I indicated, can be taught. I don't think it's safe to say that individuals can make you an entrepreneur. They can give you a spark, they can give you knowledge, but it's about what you want to do. Monetizing your skill, working with others, collaboration. As of course, school, as you all know, that they don't give the room for sometimes innovation and creativity. Also, they don't allow you to make mistake. But entrepreneurship world to tell you you have to fail fast, keep going, keep opening new road. One of the great things I always tell is that don't always follow the majority. Of course, within the research that we have done, you find that we have used within the higher learning education, you'll find that mostly students also found it very fit and also important that they are taught entrepreneurship across all subjects. Of course, we use the observation and videos for the study and also material to collect data, and we used about 15 cases of students developing new ideas, trying to find out if they've been in entrepreneurship. And it's time up. Hello. It's time.
Time. Yeah, time.
Of course, colleagues, as you can see from the majority of students we interviewed, and also they are also open up to entrepreneurship module, mindset, being taught, finding entrepreneurs that they've been in the industry and being taught as well in class, and also trying to bring some of the skills that they don't know or they have never learned outside the curriculum, trying to create as well some entrepreneurship activities, ensuring that they collaborate as the team. And also they have felt that entrepreneurship is very important for their betterment in terms of starting their own businesses and also strengthening their practical exposure. Of course, as I recommended earlier, it is also important that we ensure that entrepreneurship is taught in school, and also the policies are being developed, and also encourage students to teach entrepreneurship. Those are the conclusions. I won't go into details. I indicated that it is very important that universities create entrepreneurship. They tend to themselves to be an entrepreneurial university. Thank you.